What's up guys, Robbie here. Welcome back to my channel. So we have a new little challenge for this week. We're gonna be doing a 3-day fast. The goal with this fast is mainly gonna be fat loss and muscle retention. Mainly what we wanna see is how much fat we can burn and how much muscle we can keep in the process. I do have some experience with fasting in the past, and I have done a 48-hour fast previously. So if you haven't already checked out my latest video with my experience with a 48-hour fast, I would recommend that you watch that one as well. I break down the key benefits of the fast, and I also vlog the experience, but I would recommend that you watch that one as well, just because I break down all the knowledge that goes into fasting, because there's a lot of really cool benefits that fasting will do for you. So I'm gonna be pushing the boundaries a little bit with this specific fast. My goal is to last 3 days on the fast without any food intake. So at the end of this vlog, I'm gonna show you the results that I get from the fast, and I'll also break down some of the rules that I had for this fast, and I'll break all that down in a little bit. So let's get started with this fast and see how it goes.
Three days later.
All right, we're all done with the fast, and let me tell you this is the longest fast I've ever done. So super proud of myself, super soaked. I actually feel like I did pretty well with this one as well. My experience with this one was a lot better than my first 48-hour fast. And I'm gonna explain to you why. But first, let me break down the rules of this challenge for you. The challenge was a 72-hour fast. Rule number 1, no calorie consumption over the period of 72 hours. Nada. Rule number 2, supplements and drinks. First off, I allowed myself to have coffee about 2 or 3 times a day. I'm a bit of a little addict. But there's actually positive benefits to having coffee while you're fasting, because it activates certain things. And like I mentioned in the past, again, you need to watch my 48-hour fasting video, because it does go over some of the benefits of why you should have caffeine or coffee in general while you're fasting. I break down all the benefits, so make sure you watch it. Second off, I allowed myself certain supplements during this fast, and these are the only supplements that I would recommend during a fast, because other supplements can have a negative effect on your fast. After doing some research, these are the supplements that have a positive effect on your fast, and that includes creatine, glutamine, and electrolytes. These have 0 calories, so you don't have to worry about breaking your fast. Now, especially when you're doing a long-term fast, such as a 40-hour fast to 72-hour fast, or even beyond that, these are the supplements that you want to have because they aid in muscle retention. Now, rule number 3, you must continue to do your workouts during your fasting. And that means just, light cardio, light resistance training. Nothing too excessive, because that goes into something else. But it's important to use your energy and your muscles during the fast, because your body uses fat during the fast for that energy, and it tells your body that muscle is important and it must be preserved. All right, rule number 4, how to break your fast after 72 hours. So after doing my own research, what was recommended for breaking a long-term fast like this is something very plain. So for me, I broke my fast with 12 ounces of ground beef. And that's it. High protein, high fat meal. No carbohydrates or fiber the next day. And there's a specific reason for that. And again, you'd have to watch my 48-hour fasting video in order to learn the specific scientific explanation for that, because there is a little explanation for that. So let's go over my experiences with fasting in general and this specific 72-hour fast. So over the past few months, I've actually been doing intermittent fasting, and every once in a while I'll do like a 40-hour fast, which is about a day and a half. It's not 2 days, but it's close enough to the point where you get fat loss, which is what you want. Now this was a 3-day fast, so it was very different from my 2-day fast and my 1-day fast. However, this fast actually wasn't as difficult as my first 48-hour fast. And that's because when you first do a long-term fast like that, your brain goes crazy because you're not used to not eating. So this time around, I actually had a very positive experience with this fast. First day was easy, no mental fog, mental clarity, and I was able to work out without any fatigue. Second day, however, is when my energy started to slip down a little bit, and during the 44 and 48 hour mark is when I started to experience this weird taste in my tongue. And I've noticed that with 48-hour fast, you start to experience this weird little taste in your mouth between 1 and 2 days. And it's just an odd taste. I don't really know how to describe it. It's nothing like crazy or anything. It's just a weird, odd taste on your tongue. But it goes away during the third day. And during the third day, my energy went back up and I lost hunger cravings again. So third day was good. The main point is that I've noticed that the more you practice these fasts, the easier they get, and your body starts to adapt to them, your body starts to learn from them, and you lose weight the right way. It is gonna take time though. All right, the results. This is the part you've been waiting for. Right now, let me explain why working out during your fast is so important. So right now I'm gonna show you my body composition, and I am also gonna show you all the stats right here on the sides. As you can see, there's a noticeable difference in my body composition in these 3 days. I definitely look leaner, so I'm happy with these results. Now in terms of weight, I went from 154.6 to 149.0. And then after having my final meal, the next day in the morning, I went back up from 149.0 to 149.2. which was muscle gain. And as you can see, my muscle mass went from 128.8 to 125.0. And then again, after the first meal, jumped 0.02. This is really good in terms of muscle retention because it shows that the more you do this, the more your body recognizes that muscle is important and preserves more muscle. Like I mentioned, my first experience with my 48-hour fast, I actually lost a lot more muscle than this one. And this fast was a lot longer than the first fast. So it's telling my body that muscle is important and it needs to be preserved, which is a good thing. It shows you that the more you do this, the better your results are going to be in the future. Obviously, that does not mean doing it that frequently, but once every month, once every 2 months is probably a really good thing. Now, in terms of body fat, I went from 12.4 to 11.7. And as you can see, there was no difference the night before to the morning after. The food I had went straight to muscle. So these were awesome results and I couldn't be happier with them. All right, enough chit chatter. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you feel inspired in some way. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Again, I'll put all my links at the bottom. I'll also put a link for the electrolytes I used in this video in case you're interested. They're awesome electrolytes. I got them from Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I think my next goals with long-term fasting is to eventually try a 4-day fast and a 5-day fast. And again, document the experience and see what happens. Now, like always, be kind, like this video, and subscribe. Now, catch you on the flip side. All right, so just checking in to give you a little update for today. Actually, I wasn't really hungry at all today, to be honest.